I had a question about how they pay us. They're terrific. We bill at the end of the month. We're usually paid by the 25th. Retainage, the 10% that they hold each month, we'll get half of that within about 60 days of completion, and then the other half maybe up to 6 months. They're about like everybody else. They keep your 10 or your 5% long time. So. You know, I think I've covered a lot of the questions you had. So why don't you got any new ones?
Be the low bidder every time.
I'm not. I'm the low bidder about 1 out of 4 times. But we'll bid 40 or 50 of them a year. Well, that's not true because I only do 5 or 6 a year, so we must be bidding about 25. Well, one reason we're consistently successful is when I told you the first one I did was 1981, and there's never been a year since then that we haven't done some, and it's just grown. In 1981, when I started working for Wal-Mart, that company did just under $2 million that year. And what my company and the people I have working for me, we have almost all local people. We're real flexible. You know, I've told you about some of these things that are just coming up new, and we just adapt to it. Because Colcon right now, we're the oldest contractor Wal-Mart has. Just a little podunk company in central Illinois. I mean, but we've survived all the purges and changes of management down there simply because I have understood for almost since I went into business this thing about price and schedule and quality. And you know, if we get behind because it rains for 3 days, then we work 7. And if that's not enough, then we work 7 days, 12 hours, or 16 hours. Because I just believe in that. You know, we made a deal. We'd have it done on this date. You give me this much money. That's the deal. It's not, oh, I'll get it done if I get around to it. You want to see some of that attitude, go watch Home Builders. That's the truth. There's some professional ones out there, but generally speaking, there's sort of 2 attitudes about construction. I got a job, I got to get it done so I can get on to the next one. Or, I got a job, let's make it last. And I just happen to take the other attitude about it, that I want to get on to the next one. There's some questions about whether it was boring to do the same thing over and over. I suppose the guys, I'm not out on the job much just to visit them anymore, but they're always enough different, or the problems are different, that, you know, it's not that boring. I suppose they'd probably rather do something a little prettier or maybe a little easier. But this is what we do, and we're real good at it. So, personally, I don't find it boring. Although I have to admit, over the years, I've kind of changed. I don't think of myself so much anymore as a civil engineer as I do as just a businessman. It's as you grow, you wind up having time to do less and less of what you ever got into the business for. I did it because I like to build things. I never build anything anymore, even though I'll tell you we do. But you know, my superintendent's building, and that's the best job in construction, to tell you the truth, in my opinion. So, yeah. Yeah, because you can go home and tell your kids, hey, I built that, and you really did. You know, I tell my daughter that, and she knows better, you know. But I did provide the vehicle for them, you know, so.
Are you a union contractor?
No, I'm not. Wal-Mart is not a union client. And I have to admit, I pick my spots. I won't go and work in Chicago. I won't go work in East St. Louis. There's places where the unions really give us a lot of hard time. A lot of places we work, we'll get pickets and stuff, but and I don't know anybody's background here, and I'm not anti-union. We mix them up, but what we run into is, for example, we'll award 2 or 3 sections of work to union contractors. Well, the next thing you know, the ones that didn't get the work are out there picketing, and then the ones that did get the work want to honor that. Well, we don't tolerate it. Because, and I'm very upfront with that with everybody, is that, look, we'll give you the work, but you got to do the work. And I don't care about, you know, what other deals you've made. It's not nearly the trouble it was in 1976 when I started. I used to, I would never go work in Peoria, and I've built several in Peoria, that area lately. Right now, just to tell you how far we go, Springfield, Missouri, which is damn near Oklahoma. Anderson, Indiana, which is up north and east of Indianapolis. We have one in Galesburg, Illinois. Lincoln, Illinois. Just finishing one clear down in Flora. South Effingham, and Washington, Missouri. This is west of St. Louis on the Missouri River. So we really travel. My guys are out all week. It's something to think about doing this kind of work. Since we only go up to 300 miles, it's really not a problem to get home for weekends. But it is a problem if you have an emergency in the middle of the week, you know, and you got a 4 or 5 hour drive ahead of you. The company owns 3 airplanes though, and I'm with the guys because I know how tough that is to be away from your family. If they need to get home, then I'll send the airplane after them. Because it's hard enough without sitting out there thinking, boy, my kid broke his arm, and, you know, I'm not there, you know, so. And I've just started doing that more over the last 5 years because we keep going farther and the jobs take longer. So, and we have to, people from the office have to be out there minimum of every 10 working days. And you know, you can think if you're driving almost to Tulsa, that's not a 1-day deal, that's a 2-day deal. And so, but in the airplane, we can leave Mattoon Airport at 7 o'clock and have them back here at 3:30. So. Or we can get the superintendents in an emergency. So
you stay in hotels?
Yep. Well, some of them rent apartments because it's, you know, we're there for several months.
How much do you pay average?
Okay. What I try to do, and I use my accounting firm, I use industry standards. What I try to do is look at what the wages are in this area for whatever job it is I have. And then I try to be on the high side of the median. You know, not at the top end. But I want it to be enough that I hire a guy and I'm training him that he's not looking for another job.